tip tonight. Learn how to make your digital video look like a real Hollywood film. Plus, burn still photos from digital memory straight to a CD without a computer. And the never-ending quest for system privacy continues. My Windows tweak will save the day. Live from the Tech TV studios in San Francisco, it's the Screensavers! Woo!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Screensavers. I'm Patrick Norton.
And I'm Kevin Rose. Thanks for joining us on the Screensavers. This is the show that keeps you in touch with the coolest stuff happening in the world of technology.
Tonight we have a great show. We're going to make your home movies look like Hollywood films without spending big Hollywood bucks, although it's nearly a camcorder you're going to spend on it. It's cool stuff. And Sarah,
what's going on the show today?
I'm eating some ice cream. There's ice cream in the back room. Get it while you can. Actually, besides ice cream, I have a really cool tweak for you guys. Index.dat files. They don't mean anything to you. Watch my segment. It'll increase your privacy 1,000-fold.
Interesting. Hidden little files on your hard drive that you got to watch out for.
we like that.
Cool. Dan.
Yo.
What's up, man?
Not much, man. Just playing some LAN party video games here.
Nice.
The America's Army, to be exact.
Cool. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, good. How can people get a hold of us?
To get a hold of us, the phone number is 888-989-7879, but you can also email us at thescreensavers@techtv.com. But don't forget, because we're giving away free t-shirts if you're on a net cam.
Nice.
So get on the net cams.
And today is Thursday. That means, of course, like Dan was doing, it's time for the Screensavers LAN party.
Powered by NVIDIA.
And courtesy of AMD, we're personalizing and giving away all of our Falcon LAN party machines. Now, we've given away 2 already, and we have 2 more weeks left. These systems have the AMD XP3000 Plus CPUs, GeForce FX 5900 Ultras, a gig of RAM, 160 gigabytes of RAID storage, keyboard, mouse, mouse pad, case, power supply, sound card, 2 serial ports, 1 parallel port, 4 USB 2.0 ports. You get the idea. You have to register for today's LAN party. Go to thescreensavers.com. You can register there. And later in the show, we'll give away a code word. And you have to take the code word and plug it into the website, and they'll give you a second chance to win. It is pretty cool. Now, Joshua, you were in the LAN party. What are we playing today?
It's funny to watch you try to read all those things. Every week I just put more and more and more in there, and hopefully you'll get dizzy and pass out when I'm We're playing America's Army Special Forces Sandstorm. Get this, we were talking to one of the server admins over there. Only 1% of the 3 million people that play this game have reached the Special Forces level. Ooh. So I doubt we'll be seeing too many Special Forces today. Hopefully we will. In seat number 1, the infamous Dan Punky Fooster Hewart is sitting in and kicking some butt, hopefully, in there. Then from our audience, we have Ian from Newbury Park, California. Next one down the line is Yoshi, our lovable, cute, and snuggly master modder.
Aww.
You know, you guys, listen, Kevin told you about it earlier, but make sure you listen for the special code word that I'm going to give away to you guys a bit later in the show for your second chance to win. Back to you guys.
I wonder why there was so much stuff in the prompter. Do you really need to tell people it has a parallel port?
What if they say, I didn't hear a parallel port. Do they have one? I have a printer. What am I supposed to do?
That's true. You've got to go USB.
They'll be glad you told them.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's start off with the tech news that caught our eye today. Sarah? Sorry, Pat.
Yeah.
Taking all of Pat's lines. He has nothing to say.
Are you guys ready for the news?
Yes.
Okay. Unsung hero of the internet, Tim Berners-Lee was awarded Finland's Millennium Technology Prize. That's their equivalent of the Nobel Peace Prize. It's pretty cool. In the late 80s, while at the CERN Particle Physics Institute in Geneva, he was credited with inventing the World Wide Web and its system of hyperlinks. Woohoo! He did a lot. Tim's award was nearly $2.2 million. Well worth it. Congratulations, Tim.
$2.2 million bucks.
Without him, my job would not exist.
That's true. Well, it probably would, but just that there would be no internet.
It would be vastly different.
Yes.
My job, as I know it, would not exist.
It's true.
Go Tim Berners-Lee.
Congratulations.
We love hyperlinks.
Ready?
Yes, sure.
Spyware's days may be numbered. That is a good sign. The FTC plans to hold a hearing next week to discuss the dangers of spyware. Some pundits are speculating that this may be the FTC's first step in enacting legislation against spyware companies.
Now, I want to say Gator is not spyware.
At least according to Gator.
Right.
And we are not suggesting that Gator is spyware, because
Right.
if you do, then Gator goes postal and sends out lawyers.
Gator sued like 3 people for saying they were spyware.
However, we would like to point out that FTC regulations of the applications that are installed in your system with or without your approval is it's this wonderful idea, even in the state of Utah. Remember we were talking yesterday?
Yeah, we were talking about this yesterday. I can see without your approval. I understand that. But if somebody gets, like, say, an ActiveX little pop-up or something like that that says, click yes, and they just happen to click yes, and even though in the fine print it says we're installing all this ad software or we're monitoring where you're going, I mean,
wouldn't
they
it be
click
nice?
yes.
But like, what if the thing that your ears could fall off and your legs could become useless, and they put that in really tiny 4-point print on the backside of the label before it was stuck on the drug? Wouldn't it be nice if that was required to be in like big 12-point type on the front of the box?
I see what you're saying.
I just it could be done. Just do it. Be nice.
Yes.
Don't install crud. Don't make it hard to avoid.
We don't like adware or spyware.
Yeah. Speaking of spies, what do spies and movie projectionists have in common? Night vision goggles.
Oh.
That's right. A projectionist in Los Angeles used night vision goggles to spot someone recording a movie with a camcorder. Ultra sneaky. The alleged culprit has been charged under California's new anti-camcorder law and can face up to 1 year in prison.
That's crazy.
I didn't know there was such a law.
Well, it's funny. You always see these movies floating around the net. You download them and you see that it's all shaky. And
they used to sell them on
people download
on the street in New York City. And you'd be like, obviously, like somebody would get up and get popcorn in front of the camera and stuff.
And you hear people talking in the background and laughing and whatnot. But that's crazy. They're using night vision goggles to find the guys that are sitting there recording these.
I want to know if the kid gets a bounty for everybody he spots with a camcorder in
That's
the
kind
audience.
of cool, though.
It's kind of go figure. Good stuff.
Thanks for the stories.
No problem. Have a good show.
Daniel joins us on the phone from Lakewood, California.
Hey, Daniel.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good.
Doing all right?
How are you today?
I am doing great. I have a question about. I'm trying to get a brand new cell phone, a brand new camera phone, and I went over to Singular Wireless because I wanted to get my new camera phone. I wanted to get the Nakota 3650, and when I went over to Singular Wireless, they just said, sorry, this phone's discontinued.
Yeah, that one's been out for a while. The 3650, I believe, is the one that Sarah has. You said the Nokia, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the one that Sarah and Dan own. They both love them. Great cameras on the phone, and it does other functionalities such as capturing videos and things like that. What are you looking to do with your camera phone? Is it just to take pictures with your friends? I've heard about kids even cheating on tests with these and like sending pictures of the test results. You're not trying to do any of that, Daniel, are you?
No, I'm trying to use my own brain power.
All right.
I would get in trouble.
Yeah, you don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, Pat? You got any
What camera
resources?
phones did they have, Daniel?
What I was trying to do was, I was just trying to upgrade my cell phone right now. It's a Nakota 5200, and I'm just trying to upgrade to into a new camera phone.
Right.
I guess what I'm saying is, do you already have an account with Singular, Daniel?
Yes, I do.
So you're kind of loyal to Singular. You want to stick with them?
Yeah.
Okay, because basically what happens, there's 2 ways to buy a cell phone. You can see a cell phone that you think is the absolute coolest thing ever and you must have it, in which case you may have to be willing to, jump to another provider to get that, because not all providers offer all cell phones. Or 2, you can see what Singular has. So, Singular.com, should we take a look and see what's in there?
Yeah, might as well. Yeah, just to let you know, we also found a couple good resources if you're looking to start with a new provider or just looking for a good roundup of camera phones. Computers.com from CNET actually has a bunch of camera phones on there. You can click on their cell phone area, and they'll also offer reviews. They have Editor's Choice Awards and the most popular phones and rankings, so that's something to check out. You might want to take a look at. Also, another site, TextAmerica.com, which a lot of us use for moblogging. I don't know if you're looking to get into that, but they also have, right there is the reviews. They have about 35 phones in there, and it's all user reviews in there, so you can click on there and see what other people think about the phones. And they're actually, I like it because they talk about the quality of the images. So if you want to know,
which is nice.
yeah, which is nice, because that's what that's what you really want to know about, ease of use and quality.
If you do a search around, there's a couple websites that are dedicated to picture phones and the reviews. But I think the thing to start, if you like Singular, you're going to have to start. Go to Singular.com. Go to phones. And I got to be honest with you, Daniel, this is a great thing to do at home, not in the Singular store, because you're going to be sitting there hot and heavy with a credit card. But basically go in and see what they have available, and then search for information about those phones on the web. Are you most worried? Do you want camera quality? You want a small phone? Do you want the best pictures? What would you like, Daniel?
I would like to have the best pictures, and I just want a go around with my camera phone and just take pictures of my friends, and I would just basically have the best quality.
Yeah, I was going to say the 3650 is a fairly large phone, so you probably don't care about size too much. Yeah, like Pat says, find the model number, research it on the web. And,
Best way to do it. Yeah, it looks like their new one is the Nokia 3595.
Ooh, interesting. We'll have to get that one in and check it out.
Yeah, see what we can do for you. But find the phones, do the research. We're just getting started. We'll check back in with our LAN party and see who's beating who. And remember the unique look and feel of films like The Matrix and Saving Private Ryan? We're going to show you how to make your home videos look like these blockbuster hits with just a click of a button. That's coming up right after the break.
Welcome back to the Screensavers. There's a new product in the market that enables digital video to obtain a film-like look. Here to show us that product, co-founder of Red Giant Software, Sean Seyfried. Hey, Sean.
Hey.
How's it going?
Very good, thanks.
So you have a new product that hasn't hit the market yet. We're going to see it first here on the Screensavers.
That's
it's called Magic Bullet Editors.
That's right.
So tell me what you have going on here.
So essentially the product is a tool for creating or changing the mood in your video. And it also gives you the ability to emulate sort of old film damage. So if you want to make it look grainy or scratched up, you can also do that kind of stuff with it. And it's all built on technology that was developed at a post-production company right here in San Francisco.
Oh, nice. So you're taking people that shoot on DV or little mini camcorders, rather than get that camcord-like look, you want to make it look like film.
That's right.
So show me some effects. Let's jump right into it.
Sure. So I'm just going to play this clip real quick. You can see it up here on the screen. And this is untreated, so we're just looking at the base digital video part of it here.
Okay.
Right, so looks like video. You know, we don't have any problems with it. Good shadows, nice balance. But let's pop forward here to the Magic Bullet segment. And you can see that we've treated it so it looks very soft. You got this diffuse look, and it's much warmer in the tone.
This is actually called the warm look, isn't it? The warm effect.
That's right.
We have a side-by-side comparison we can take a look at too of this effect. We actually here it is right here. So we see the original on the left there. I mean, you can definitely, that's what my stuff looks like when I shoot it on mini DV. And it definitely looks like film quality on the right, doesn't it?
Right, so we've changed the shadows and we've warmed up the image. You can really tell on the keyboard there how much different the tone is in the two images.
Now, what about the background? It doesn't look quite as clear as it would with, looks a little more, you can see the whites are coming out a lot more than it would.
That's right, because we've added what's called the diffusion filter to the image. Just like if you had put a diffusion filter on your camera when you shot it, we've done that in the post-production process here just by dragging a filter right on the clip.
So what kind of filters do you have? I mean, is it based on the type of camera effect that you're looking for, the type of filter that you're looking for, or a certain style of movie?
Well, there's really three different kinds. There's looks for different kinds of movies we've emulated in our software. There's different kinds of filters that you can put on the front of your camera, diffusions or grads they're called, and those are little lenses that go right on the front of your camcorder, or things that emulate the stocks that a film is transferred to. So if you have, bleach bypass kind of operation, we can emulate that, and that's what was actually done on Saving Private Ryan.
I see. So now, the second clip actually that you have is of the show open, and you applied the Neo look, which is like the Matrix type of look and feel.
That's right. So here's the before you can see on the screen, and then the after with the Neo look, and all I did was go to my film looks bin here. This is a set of presets. I can just grab that,
we actually have
the
before and after shots, so that we had them pulled up here a second ago. They were going to show the Neo look. Let's go ahead and roll that now. There we go. So you've applied the effect on the right there.
Yep, that's the Neo look. So essentially, what happens in the Matrix? The filmmakers decided to give you a visual cue that you are inside the Matrix by tinting the image sort of green, sort of giving you that feeling of being in the machine.
I see.
And so we've emulated that same kind of treatment right inside the filters, and we've created a preset for you so you can just drag and drop that right on.
Oh, that's cool. How long does it take to apply something like that? Let's say we had some raw footage, like a 30-second commercial. How long would it take to render? I noticed you have a G5 under the desk right now.
Yeah, that's right. This is a dual 1.8, and on this particular machine, a 30-second spot would probably take about 5 or 6 minutes to render.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No, so it's pretty short amount of time on the newest machines.
Cool. So the final, you actually have one more for us. It's called the Miami look.
That's right. So this look is actually similar to what a lot of filmmakers do when they want to give you a sunset feeling, but they're shooting in a clear day or in a blue sky.
Oh, I see.
And they add a grad or a softening, an orange tint to the top of the image. And that's what we've done right here with this. We've sort of applied a soft glow with an orange tinge to the top of the image.
Right. We have the before and after this one as well. Of actually, you can see the blue awning definitely on the left, the original, and on the right it definitely appears as though it's a sunset or dusk.
That's right.
That's pretty cool.
So this was actually used in the movie Bad Boys, the Michael Bay films, Crimson Tide, all kinds of different films use this sort of treatment to trick you into thinking that you're looking at a sunset kind of shot.
Nice. So what about, not everyone has Final Cut Pro at home. Any other tools that you're developing this for, or any other? So this is a plugin, right, for Final Cut?
That's right. This is a set of plugins that comes and installs right inside of Final Cut Pro. We have previously had a set of tools for After Effects only as sort of a high-end post-production tools. And this is also going to be available on the PC next month for Premiere Pro and for Sony Vegas.
Nice. Awesome. Well, thank you very much. Your website is redgiantsoftware.com. If you want to see a hands-on demo, and you happen to be in Las Vegas this weekend, they'll be at the NAB conference, the National Association of Broadcasters. Thanks, Sean.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it. And of course, head on over to thescreensavers.com for before and after clips. You can download those. And a free trial. We actually have the first free trial coming up this afternoon of the Magic Bullet Editor. You can download it there. It's still to come. Burn digital images from memory cards to your CD without a computer. And up next, we'll give our next caller the lowdown on lossless audio compressors. That's all when the Screensavers continues.
Josh on the phone from Kennewick, Washington. Hey, Josh.
What's up?
We get that right? Kennewick, Washington?
Yep, that's right.
Outstanding.
All right. How's it going?
Good.
Is it
I love
raining?
you guys' show. I've been on it before. I was the $800 computer kid.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Are you now a
Nice
$900 computer kid, or?
What?
Have you upgraded?
Yeah, I got an HP Pavilion from the site you guys mentioned.
Oh, nice.
Excellent.
Cool. Good. Well, what can we help you out with today?
Well, I'm sort of an audio guy, and I'm aware of some new formats, FLAC, Monkeys Audio, and, I just want to know what the difference is between them and MP3s, and if they are better than them, I'd like to know tools to start using them.
We can answer all of those questions. What you just described are lossless audio compression codecs, right? Basically, encoding, decoding, that's where they get codec from. And the difference between something like Monkeys Audio or FLAC and MP3 is MP3s, it's like a JPEG. They throw away as much information as possible, depending on what your settings are, to squeeze the size of that file down to make it easier to store. Now, the idea with like Monkeys Audio or FLAC is it functions like a TIFF picture file in that they don't actually throw away any of the information. That means they can't squeeze it as small, but in theory, it should make for a better sounding file. Now, were you around? Did you see the list we did with the free audio or the free files a couple weeks ago, Josh? There's a program I want you to check out. If you go to dbpoweramp.com, and let me actually go to the right page.
Oh, PowerAmp Music Converter? I use that.
You should, because you know what? If you actually click over there and go to this page right here, Codec Central, they have one of the great things about DB PowerAmp is they have pretty easy to download and use codecs for almost everything you can imagine. So it's like, wow, they've got MP4, MP3 Pro, MusePack, Ogg Vorbis, which is a great open source codec, and they've got support for Windows Media Audio. And look, they've got FLAC, they've got Monkeys Audio, and they've got Shorten and WavePack, and one that I've never even listened to, which is Optum Frog. So they're really easy to do. Once you download them, basically you double-click and download one. And once you've started it up, let me finish that, you can either burn straight from a CD, which is what I recommend you do, is burn these straight from a fresh CD. So someday, there we go. I love when stuff minimizes. If you start up DB PowerAmp Music Converter, you basically select the tracks you want to convert and go into options, and what it'll let you do is go in and play with the settings, and you can actually pick, once they're installed, there's FLAC, Monkeys Audio, MP3, and you can basically choose one and burn to it. And once you burn to it, I suggest you listen to it. You listen to it and compare it and see whether or not you can hear the difference or whether you like the way it sounds. Some people like the way some codecs sound more than others. Play around with the settings, play around with the amount of compression, play around with the right quality, whether it's...
So the lossless stuff, you're absolutely capturing every single bit of data. You're not losing anything.
In theory, yeah. So that's basically it's basically like instead of using an analog PCM file, which is essentially what you get on the CD audio,
right?
It basically converts that to a slightly more compressed but still lossless, i.e. they track every single bit.
Like a zip file. It doesn't lose any information when you compress it and expand it.
Exactly.
Now, tell me one thing
redundancy.
What's that?
Takes out redundancy, right?
Essentially. I could try to explain how like lossless packing works, but I'd get lost, and you get lost, the audience get lost.
Now, Josh, one last quick thing for you to let you know, the only downside to lossless is huge file sizes. We're talking about MP3s, you download those, they're 4 or 5 megabytes, sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more. With lossless, do you know what we're talking about as far as file size goes for each track?
It depends on how much, how high a quality you go with, but
but like 50, 100 megabytes.
Yeah, you're talking about taking a 700 megabyte disk and turning it into a 150 megabyte disk instead of maybe a 70 megabyte disk. So it's something to play around with. The truth is, though, with hard, it's no problem if you've got big hard drives and you're listening to it on your stereo. But if you want to use it on a portable player, that's when it starts to get a little.
Make sure the portables support it.
Yeah, that's another good one. Good point.
Thanks for the call, and it is LAN Party Thursday. That means Joshua is in the LAN Party.
Yes, it is LAN Party Thursday, my favorite day of the week, because all I do is play games all day long. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're giving away LAN Party machine number 3. The code word is, get ready, multimedia. So go to techtv.com/LAN Party. Enter that code for your second chance to win LAN Party machine number 3. You have until 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday to enter and to win. We'll announce the winner next week. Maybe you. Kevin, you can't win, so quit entering. No employees. Patrick can't win either. You can just take one home when we're done.
Stupid machine anyway, Joshua.
I did.
You guys are no fun. But back to the LAN Party. We're playing America's Army today. Administering the server in seat number 1, we have Dan Punky Fooster Heward.
Hooah! Hooah! Hooah!
Next to him,
America's Army.
we have an audience member, Ian from Newbury Park, California. Ian, how do you like this game?
Yes!
Everybody's from Newbury Park today. What other games do you play besides America's Army?
I play mostly Half-Life mods, Counter-Strike. I play a lot of Unreal Tournament 2004. It's a very good new game.
Battlefield 1942.
And I do play Battlefield 1942.
Far Cry? Play Far Cry?
I have not played Far Cry.
Oh, it's awesome.
I've not played it either, so
Yeah, but
don't feel bad.
I've heard good things about it, though.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Good.
It's great. Next to him, we have Yoshi over here. Yoshi, how you doing in the game?
Well, I got
You're
killed
playing
on
on
this
two
game,
machines at the
so
same
I'm
time?
playing on yours now, too.
Great.
Since I got killed on mine.
Jump off the ledge.
Yoshi's a cheater. Yoshi's a cheater. But what I'm really excited about is today I'm going to show everybody our brand new LAN Party machines here. So start down on this far end, way down here, this big purple one. Keep going. There it is. That's the one that everybody's winning or trying to win right there. That's our old LAN Party machine. The new ones is this shiny little black one and this green one here. If you guys can, we're not sure what processor is in this. We think it might be an AMD, but we're not sure. The guts on the inside look very snappy. It's the Athlon 64 FX33, 53. Thank you, Yoshi. We have 2 gigabytes of Corsair, some of the low latency memory way up in here. The LeadTech 5950, which is NVIDIA's chipset, of course. It's probably got, 256 megabytes of RAM on it, something crazy like that. The next we have down here are the Audigy 2 ZS's. So we can do 5.1 and 6.1 and even 7.1 in some cases. We have Serial RAID Western Digital Raptors, the 74 giggers right there. So what's that? Probably 150 minus some for the striping for the RAID. Then on the end over here, if we take a look, we have 2 DVD drives, the DVD-ROM and the Plextor DVD-RW, which is the DVD drive Dan has. They're brand new. We just started playing with them a couple weeks ago, so if you guys keep watching and keep paying attention, maybe we'll give these away sometime as well. So, back to you guys.
Do they have parallel ports?
Do they have parallel ports? They do. They have 1 parallel port,
right.
a serial, a PS2 mouse, a PS2 keyboard, 4 USB.
You had to get them started.
I'm glad to see they're keeping the parallel port alive.
Yeah. It's here to stay, baby.
That's right.
Yeah. It has IS.
It has no ISA slots.
None. No ISA slots, but it does have 1 Visa Local Bus, so all you guys with those promise cards or whatever it was can plug them in.
Visa Local Bus.
Back to you guys.
Oh, I don't even want to ever think about local bus again. Micro-channel architecture. It's the future.
Yes.
Go to Sarah for a quick tip.
Let's do that. When you first install Windows XP, you'll hear this very soothing song at the welcome screen. Oh, I love this song. Now, if you dig the groove as much as I do, it's a good one. You can grab it for yourself. It's sitting right in your Windows directory. Bet you didn't know that. In Windows, go to System32 folder, then OOBE folder. Under Images, you just look for the file called title.wma. Or just do a search for title.wma. Whatever you choose, you've got it in your control. Now don't go anywhere. I'm going to show you how to erase your internet tracks with just a simple little tweak. And after the break, see how to take the images from your camera's media cards and burn them straight to CD without a computer at all. No computer required. We're back in just a few.
Welcome back to the Screensavers. I'm Kevin Rose.
And I'm Patrick Norton. Coming up in this half hour, Sarah's got a simple way to erase your tracks on the internet. Kevin needs that. And we're going to nourish and nurture you with another live call in just a few minutes. Now, we've all seen standalone systems, right? They offer stuff like one-touch CD copying, you know, consumer electronics, gadgets, stuff like that. This is kind of cool, though. This is a product that lets you burn CDs of digital images straight from your camera's memory card without a computer. So, Alera Technologies Digital Photo Copy Cruiser, which is one of the most bizarre names I think we've ever run into. Looks like a giant external CD-ROM drive.
Like an old external CD-ROM drive.
Yeah, I mean, the thing's huge. You're going to pop the lid down on this. But the interesting thing about the front is you can see we've got compact flash, smart media, a memory stick, and a memory card, multimedia card / secure digital card in the front. There's too many memory formats, but basically you can plug them all in. It will function as a CDR drive. If you've got USB 2.0, you can use it as an external CDR drive, pretty fast one. And then if you've got even a regular USB 1.0, you can use it as, they call it the 8-in-1, because it also handles, you know, they call it like Compact Flash 1, Compact Flash 2, Micro Drive. And pretty much anything you can put in a camera, right? Cool. So check it out. So we put a Compact Flash card in, and you'll see we've got the buttons green, so we're ready to, I don't know, can you just see that? There we go. If I have it in the mode, it'll automatically check that there's a memory stick in there. You can see where it says copy, and I'm going to hit the copy button right here. And in about 45 seconds, you can hear this. Can you hear it spinning up? Yeah. Got that beautiful jet taking off sound. Whoop. Oh.
Don't ruin the discs.
Nice, Alera.
So it's backing up the data now. Can you put more than one card in there? Could you put in like 3 or 4 different cards at one time?
I don't think we haven't tried that. I think, you know, handling one card at a time is probably more than enough for anything. But basically what it does is in a few seconds it'll actually burn that off. For 100 meg, we had 100 megabytes of pictures on a secure digital card. It backed it up and burned them directly to the CD in about a minute and a half.
Oh, nice.
And what's cool is it basically opens up. For the reason I don't think you want to put 4 or 5 cards in at the same time. One, actually, you know what? It'll give you a little error button if memory serves. Okay, I lied, so I did probably do that. We put a smart media card in there at the same time. And
it'll tell you an error whether or not. Now, what if you have a card that's over a gigabyte in size, say over in 650 megs or 700 megs?
What it'll do is it'll basically tell you it'll give you a little error signal. Because the other thing it'll do is what it does is as each time you load information into it, it does a percentage countdown. So it goes from 100% to 90% as you keep loading additional information on there. And what you'll eventually do is you'll get to the point where you can't copy an entire thing onto it, and it gives you a little error message. And the first time I saw that, I was like, error, I've lost my pictures. But what I realized, it was just telling me that it was out of room to back up more data.
Does it ask you to put in a second disk to continue the backup, or does it not know that?
It's not quite that sophisticated. Okay. It just says, instead of saying, excuse me, Mr. Rose, I no longer have enough room to back up your media files, it just says error. And at that point, you've kind of got to go, you know, the first time you see it, you kind of go, it's broken, and then you realize that you just need to put in another disk, close it down. So we've been getting about 600-700 megabytes in there, so we'll hit that again, since I shouldn't have shaken it the way I did. And it'll take about 45 seconds to back off 60 gigabytes of files on that. Nice. What it looks like, and what it does is basically copies, it's not just pictures, it'll copy everything off of the media file. So if you take a look at what the CDR looks like, each of these little folders here represents a different media card backup. So if we click on that, it's like, okay, this is probably off the Minolta, and you'll look down, and basically just copies the file structure directly off the disk and burns them straight onto the CDR disk, and you end up with all your pictures on there.
Can you use rewritable disks, or does it just CDR?
CDR or CDRW, although, you know, we didn't test CDRW because it's 70 cents a disc.
Yeah, might as well just go with the...
Yeah, that's what I usually do. The one thing that bothers me, and we've talked about this before, it will copy pretty much everything off the drive, which I noticed, like with the Sony's, or with the Kodak camera that I have, it has basically its operating system files are on there, so you end up backing up those, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
But the quality looks good. We had absolutely no problems backing anything up with it. What's kind of interesting, what we're wondering is a DVD version of this is coming out in the near future, and we're wondering if when the DVD burner version of this comes out, if it's going to drop the price down, because this is about $200 for a standalone drive, you know, which isn't the worst price, isn't the best price, you know. Nice thing about it, if you want to carry it in the car, there's a 12. You can use a 12-volt input, like off of a car lighter socket.
Oh, cool.
One of the main alternatives we've seen to something like this would be if you have an iPod. Belkin's got a media adapter for the iPod, but that's like $99 for the media adapter.
An iPod.
On top of the $300 to $500. We've seen some dedicated media wallets, which have an internal hard drive, which we've had mixed success with. It's simple. It works. It'll work as an external CDR burner. It's got potential. So
cool.
We'll see more about that later on.
Excellent. It's done.
More about this product up at thescreensavers.com. Find out whether it'll suit your needs if you read it. So there we are, folks. We got another live call coming up next, and
Sarah has a little Windows tweak for us. That's all when the Screensavers continues. Check in with the fine folks over at Tech Live to see what's coming up tonight.
Boys.
Hey, Jesse.
Hello. So today we're talking monks, Catholic monks, Cistercian Catholic monks, aka lasermonks.com. Okay, so these guys started an e-business reconditioning laser cartridges to make money for their monastery. 2 years later, they refill inkjets, sell copier toner, and pray for you to boot, and in a little bit find out how this divine business has them raising $300,000 a month, and that's coming up right after the Screensavers.
That's awesome.
Isn't that
Laser
cool?
monks.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Very cool. Thank you, Jessica.
You're welcome.
Coming up on Tech Live.
I never thought monks would be refilling my inkjet cartridges.
Monks have done a lot of interesting things for money over the decades and hundreds and thousands of years.
Very true. Thanks, Jesse.
Good stuff.
Sarah has a nice little Windows tip for us today.
I do. As you know, Windows users cherish our privacy, right? We love to erase our history, cookies, temporary internet files so others don't know what we've been up to. However, I have some bad news. All that information is alive and well in your index.dat files. Who knew? You definitely have them, but depending on your version of Windows, they can be in a variety of hidden and hard to find places. But they're really important, so you should know how to delete them. First, let's just go in. Of course, we all know the easy way to delete cookies or temporary internet files, stuff like that, is in our internet options. You've got delete cookies, files, clearing history, all that good stuff, right? I've already gone and deleted my cookies, and I'm just going to open up Windows Explorer here, and when I go into my cookies folder, it's all cleared, right? Except for a little file called index.dat. For some reason, it's thinking that it's a Windows media file, but it's not. It's a DAT file. Now, when I open it up, it doesn't look like much at first sight, but when I scroll down here into all the gobbledygook, I'm starting to notice things. Cookie, Tech TV at Verizon Wireless, at Softpedia. Wait a second, there's information in here. People can know where I've been. Web Trends Live. Let's try to find something that will embarrass Dan or somebody. Snapfish. Okay, well, I can't find anything right now because we don't do a lot of bad stuff at work, but you get the idea. Now, this is kind of a convoluted way to find out this information, but it's not hard to download for free. There's a variety of index.dat file viewers online. I just did a Google search. I found one called literally index.dat file viewer, and here you can see everything. It's a lot nicer. Now you can see these are all cookies. Here's history, temporary internet files down at the bottom. That sucks. That sucks if you don't want people to know where you've been. Index.dat files are impossible to erase while you're in Windows. You can erase some of them, but you can't erase all of them. I'll show you what I mean if I go to the command line here and I say delete index.dat. And the /s means subdirectories also. It kind of tries, and it keeps saying the process cannot access the file because it's being used by another process. Shoot. And you can also see that there are a lot of index files, not even just the ones in my cookies, right? That's not good, obviously. Well, the solution is really easy. What I just did, this exact little string, del space index.dat space /s. All you have to do is boot into safe mode with command prompt. I showed you how to do that last week, F8, while you're booting up. Safe mode with command prompt. Log in as administrator. Add that little line. Run it. Index.dat files are cleared. Now, they will be recreated by Windows automatically. They're just part of Windows. It's a cache thing. sort of a conspiracy going on online about what Windows really wants to do with those index.dat files, but who cares? Because now you know how to delete them. It's very easy. And if you want to learn the steps again and learn a little bit more about index.dat files and where they might reside depending on your version of Windows, it's all in my Windows Tweak article at thescreensavers.com. Take back the night and your privacy. That's it. Back to you guys.
Awesome. Dan's going to love that one. His favorite secret pleasure, the Olsen Twins countdown clock. I kid you not. Coming up after the break, we'll educate Steve on how he can save all his Windows updates to one place and then use them over and over again. That's all right after these messages.
Be sure to catch tomorrow's show. We'll talk with guitarist Roger McGuinn of the Byrds about producing studio quality albums on a laptop, and we'll answer the question, can you back up 10 gigs to your camcorder? Plus, we add Blade Runner Special Edition to our geek library. That is all on tomorrow's fine edition of the Screensavers.
Nice. Steve joins us on the phone now from Uniontown, Pennsylvania.
Hey, Steve.
Hello there. How you doing?
Good.
Hi, Steve.
Yourself?
Oh, pretty good.
Outstanding. How can we help you today?
Okay. I have Windows XP, the full edition, not the upgrade. My computer was Windows ME, which was garbage when he made it.
Yeah, we're familiar with that feeling.
But I have a lot of problems. I download some programs, and I don't know, there might be something that's conflicting because I get a lot of hang-ups.
Okay.
And so if I want to rebuild my hard drive, you wipe out everything. Well, I have a CDR burner. And first of all, when I download a program, I download it to my desktop.
Okay.
Then before I open it, I take and copy and save to another folder on my desktop that says to go to CDRW.
Okay.
Then that way, when I open up the original, I don't. Because sometimes you'll lose the
copy of the file.
Those files. So now, what I want to do is, if you rebuild your hard drive, you lose your updates.
Yes, you do.
Then you got to go through on the internet, do the whole thing again.
All 472 million of them.
A couple of updates, put on update file, saved it to updates, but trying to burn it to a CDRW, it won't do it.
What do you mean it won't? Have you downloaded the Windows updates?
Yeah, I downloaded updates, and I went down to where the updates are. I have an updates file on my desktop.
So
then if I wanted to save that as update folders, and it won't do it.
So when you say you went to the regular Windows updates folder or the page, and you did a scan for updates, and you've updated all your files.
Right.
You didn't go to the Windows Update catalog. You basically you downloaded these and installed them to your machine, Steve?
Yeah, they're installed.
Okay. Here's the problem: is my understanding, and if somebody tells me if I'm wrong on this, is when you install them through the regular Internet Explorer update, those files aren't accessible to you to download and use by yourself. What I normally have to do is, there's a huge article, basically, it's all about downloading Windows updates and drivers from the Windows Update catalog. And what that is, I'll click one more window over here, is essentially if you go to windowsupdate.microsoft.com/catalog, you can actually go through and search the Microsoft Windows updates. So is this where you downloaded those files from?
It's the place where they have downloads, and then they have a list of downloads that they recommend that you need.
Right.
And then there's a few that when you go to download, you can't download the whole package.
Right.
It says, oh, you got to download this first, then you can download the other package.
Okay.
I think he means do you mean like the DirectX 9 stuff when you download a tiny little file?
That? Yeah, it says DirectX 9
and the Windows Media
update.
Yeah, those are
some of those you can download, and some of them you can't.
You're going to be able to get most of them through the way you were describing, Pat, where you can just download them and then burn them to a CD. And then once you do, it's great for people that are like computer technicians that have to apply updates to a mass amount of computers. Yeah. They can just bring it on a CD rather than download it every time.
Well, the thing is, though, is even if you do, I just downloaded one of the updates, right? We've got it in here, and we've got the IU HIST catalog, and it's like, how do you actually run these? Oh, it's an XML document. So let me open that with, let me go into Internet Explorer, and we'll go to drag that onto there. And it'll be interesting to see what exactly it does with that, because you can't just double click on it. Yeah, it gives you an XML page. The people I know who download these and use them regularly essentially download them and create their own servers, like Kevin was saying, inside of a large corporation. we should play around with these, Steve. What we'll do is we'll play around with them, figure out a way for you to install them, because you could download them all to the disk, but sometimes they don't want to install from the disk, which is like, what's the point of downloading all the updates if you can't actually do anything?
Yeah.
So we'll play around with that, Steve, and we'll do a segment on that sometime.
We definitely need to, because for dial-up users, we have broadband.
Yeah.
It just boom, it's done in just an hour or so. But
XP is a nightmare for anybody who doesn't have broadband if they want to keep up with the updates.
We'll definitely do a segment on this. We need to.
Yeah. Good one, Steve.
Thanks, Steve. Let's check in with Sarah. You've got a quick tip for us?
I have an announcement.
Oh, really?
If you like gadgets and tech toys, then you're going to love our Digital Digs Roadshow. Yes! As a bonus, you can also meet XPlay's Morgan Webb and Adam Sessler in person. The Roadshow hits the Pasadena, California area on April 24th and 25th. Mark your calendars. The event runs from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Saturday and noon to 5 on Sunday. For more information and to learn about the coast-to-coast stops of the Roadshow, and there are many, go to techtv.com/digitaldigs. Next up, we're reading emails. Lots of them. Or at least several of them. And if that doesn't work, we'll get through one. And it might be yours when the screensavers continue.
Come see the show in person. If you're going to be in the San Francisco Bay Area and you'd like to join the screensavers live on the set, go to www.techtv.com/ticketline for information and to request tickets. Go there so we can see you here.
Let's take a look at the high scores from each round of our LAN party.
Powered by NVIDIA.
That's right. Has anyone TSS guessed? Who's that?
Man in the corner, red flannel shirt.
Ian.
Way to go, Ian.
Nice. That's the first time I think that we've actually had someone from our audience that's on the high score.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe the first time.
Yeah, that's a happy smile. If you didn't get to play this week, go to our website right now and register for next Thursday's LAN party.
Nice.
Emails?
It's time for some emails.
Let's do it. Okay, this is from, I don't know, it's anonymous. He says, why don't you guys report the news on the latest Macworm? You always bash Windows. Common thread in our message boards, too. But didn't we report on that?
We did on April 8th. If you go to the show notes, you'll find out that our lead story that day was the fact that OS X had its first known virus. Or actually, we should say Trojan horse, which was being claimed was a worm, which actually wasn't released in the wild, which actually is true about many of the Windows XP worms, but we bashed them because we could. And you know what? We bashed Windows because it falls apart a lot, and we're bitter that way. So, but yeah, we're equal opportunity offenders. We've also reported on Linux viruses and Unix viruses.
Yeah.
So that's that. All right. Next one from Lou in Carmichael, Pennsylvania. Should I install Norton Internet Security on my computer, even if I have a router hooked up to my DSL connection?
I would never install Norton Internet Security, and my name is Norton. I have no connection with the company, but not my favorite application.
I was going to say, I played around with it, and I read some decent reviews on it, but I just don't like it. I don't know. There's
You
something
actually,
about it.
yeah, because you tested it, you found it missed actually.
Well, that was 2003. I did not test 2004.
Okay.
But 2003, definitely stay away from that one. I don't care if it's in the bargain bin for like free. Don't touch it.
Speaking of free, you know, we pointed out there's free antivirus, there's free firewalls, you know, and the truth is a lot of these companies, they may do one particular thing great, but that doesn't mean they'll do everything involving internet security on your PC or your Macintosh.
I like Norton Antivirus.
Not a bad product, you know, but I haven't heard a lot of great things. And, you know, is it time to test? Maybe we should change our tune.
Just bring it in.
You want to test 2004?
Not really. Do you want to test that?
Well, you know more about it.
Yeah, okay. I'll play with it around. That's it for this edition of the Screensavers. I'm Kevin Rose.
And I'm Patrick Norton. Thank you for joining us. We want to thank our guest, Sean Seyfried. And we will see you next time. Have a great night. Congratulations to Ian for wrapping.
Yes, Ian.